My roasted garlic smashed potatoes are a harmonious blend of crispy edges, velvety soft centers, and an irresistible garlic butter infusion. Get ready to fall in love with potatoes all over again. Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of Let's Celebrate TV. I'm your host, Peter Lee. Today, our celebration is all about a favorite ingredient. We're celebrating potatoes, and we're going to be making my roasted garlic smashed potatoes. Smashed potatoes. I'm not talking about the fluffy, wonderful mashed potatoes that you have at Thanksgiving, covered in gravy and butter and deliciousness. These are smashed. They're going to be crispy and velvety and full of garlic. So let's get started. I have in front of me a bunch of little baby potatoes of various sizes. This is about 1.5 pounds, around 680 grams of little baby potatoes. How did I get here? I boiled these. I put them in a large pot and I added just enough water to cover them by about 1 inch, which is 2.5 centimeters. You could also do it with chicken stock. Now I simmered them until they're extra tender. Took about 15 minutes. And the way you test them is you use a toothpick, not a knife. A sharp knife is going to go through a potato no matter what. But a toothpick, you can really feel how tender they are, and it should just slide through with no resistance. Once they're done, I just drain them. I put them on this pan so they'll cool down and dry out a little more. Now our next step is we want to smash them. How do we do that? You can take your hand, push down if you want. You're not smashing, obliterating it. You want a disc, kind of like that. You can also use a heavy bottom glass or a measuring cup, anything that's nice and flat, just like that. I'll do a couple more quickly. You don't want to smash this into nothing, just until it forms a little, almost like a little pancake. So let me keep going with these. All right, here we are, all nice and smashed. Our next step is I want to give these a little bit of olive oil because these are going to get all crispy. And little olive oil is going to help them do that. And it's going to add a little flavor. It's really just a light drizzle. It really is only a couple of tablespoons at the most. Now, salt and pepper. Potatoes need salt, always. So good grinding of salt. You don't have to worry about flipping them over and getting both sides. They're going to take on enough of the salt and pepper just as they are. Now I'm going to roast these. That's how they're going to get nice and crispy. They're going to go in the oven at 475 Fahrenheit, which is 245 Celsius. I'm going to roast them for around 25 minutes or until they are crispy and golden. So check them after about 25 minutes. Off to the oven. Alrighty, while my potatoes are roasting, we need to make the next layer of flavor. So we're going to make some roasted garlic butter to flavor those potatoes. We're going to start with the butter. I have a small pan over low heat. I'm going to add, this is 8 tablespoons, 1 stick here in America, or around 113 grams of salted butter. And I recommend using salted butter because potatoes need a lot of salt. I'm going to put this in and let it start to melt. My butter's melting. Let's talk about the garlic. Have in this foil 2 heads of roasted garlic. How did I get that? All I did was I chopped the top off, drizzled with some olive oil, salt and pepper, wrap them up, and I roasted for about an hour. Now, we did a basic skills episode on how to roast garlic, and I'll leave you the link to that episode in the comments description. All I need to do now, these are nice and cool, is add this garlic to this melting butter. And it's fun, you just squeeze it out. And it's all gooey. Why did I roast the garlic? It makes it sweeter. It makes it nutty. It really does intensify the flavor, but it's not as sharp as raw garlic. I'm going to turn that off. It's nice and melted. And give this a quick little stir. Now I really want this butter to have that garlic in it. I'm going to emulsify it. Move this over here. You can do this with a whisk, but I'm going to use my favorite tool, my stick blender. Now this is hot. Be careful. Let it cool a moment. But this is how easy it is. Now I'm just going to let this rest. I want that garlic. Kind of get to know the butter a minute. I'm going to add one more thing though. I'm going to add some fresh parsley. It's going to give it a lift. It's going to make it pretty. Just a tablespoon or so. And this is already cooled down enough. It's not going to cook the parsley, so the parsley will stay nice and green. Let's give that little stir. All right, we're going to let this garlic butter and parsley just rest, get to know one another. I'm going to go check my potatoes. We are out of the oven. Our potatoes look wonderful and they smell even better. Now I went ahead and loosened these. This took about 25 minutes to get them nice and crispy. They're still a little soft on the top, which is what you want. But when you flip them over, they're nice and crispy and browned on the bottom. And the edges are nice and crispy. You could maybe go a little longer, but don't go too far because you want a mixture of crispy edges and soft inside. Now these are still pretty warm. Not so much I can't touch it. I'm going to put these in this nice big bowl here. Fish spatula, your favorite tool. So let's just get these in here. And it's okay if one or two of them break up a bit. That's all right. Here we go. Now, that garlic butter. Remember, we had it sitting over here. Give another quick stir. I'm going to pour most, but not all, of it on here. Maybe about half. I don't want to drown them at first. So let's give this a little toss gently so they don't break up too much. Gently toss them. Oh, I wish you could smell this. But you will smell it when you make it. How gorgeous. Glistening with all that garlic and butter. Why don't we go ahead and give it a little taste. I'm going to go ahead and just take out a couple. No one will notice. It's for my family later anyway, so. And I'm feeling a little devilish today. I'm going to take another spoonful of this wonderful garlicky butter right on the top. I guess no one's going to want to kiss me later. So let's give this a little taste. Crunchy. Wow. There's crunch, and there's a creamy potato that you love from potatoes, and then all that garlic and the butter. It's a pow, explosion. There's a nice saltiness to it because potatoes need a lot of salt, and it's really delicious. Now, I'm going to serve this later because you're probably wondering, what do you serve it with? Pretty much anything. I'm serving this tonight with roasted chicken dinner. So with that, I have a wonderful white wine called Winsome White from our friends at the Oldfield Vineyards out in Southold, Long Island. So here's to you ladies. Okay, as always, if you like this episode, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that notification bell, and you'll get a new episode every single week. Now I'm going to go fix the rest of my dinner for my family. While I'm doing that, I want you to watch some of these episodes over here. So until next time, everyone, cheers.